On guys, Tanner J Fox here, and today I have a pretty cool video for you. I'm going to share my first year selling on Amazon and my whole journey with that. So I've been selling on Amazon for about 2.5 years now. Total, probably done over 500,000 profit, and probably, I think I just broke $1 million in sales. So I want to share with you my very first year. So if you guys enjoy this video and you want me to share my second year and what it looked like and how it exponentially increased, I will do that. But this is going to be my first year, kind of money in, money out, what products I started, and kind of all my Excel sheets that I broke down when I was doing it at the time. So it's pretty cool to go back and look at that. So I'm going to show just kind of the totals in general each month and show you what products I started, how the cash flow looked, and how it went. So I started in December of 2015. I didn't really count that month because it was kind of a very fast month. I think I made $1,000 on my first product, but it wasn't a good product. So my very first product was a camping hammock. Now I'm gonna do my best to zoom in and show you guys these. Hopefully you can see them, and I'll move my big head once in a while. So you can see this is how my very first product went. Now this product was way too competitive. I should have never done this product, but you don't know when you're just starting. I don't do well. I didn't know what I was doing, but you can see it still sold very slow. It sounded like one every other day, and ended up making $150 that month. Then February, I ended up making $436. You can see I was running PPC, but very, very low. I did not have a lot of money to spend. This was my very first order on Amazon. I spent $1,200 on this. I got about 200 some units, I think, 250 possibly. And you can see I slowly sold, ended up making $250 that month, and then just I actually ordered a little bit more just to keep cruising, making a couple $100s a month, because that was a lot for me at the time, and was just kind of going from there. And that was my very first product. Ended up making about 2,000 profit on it over 6 months. Not too bad. I don't know why I did a second order on it, but I did. And because I did a second order on that, that brings me to the second product I started, which was a faucet extender. I ended up starting this with my friend. Let me move my big head again so I can zoom in. Started this product with my friend because I did not have enough money to go in alone on this one. Move this over here. So we ended up, I think the order was $800. This is a very, very cheap. Here, I can actually show you. So if we go over here to one of my Excel sheets, you can see all my orders and what they looked like. So my very first order was $650 a unit, 200 units. So about $1,200, maybe $1,400 for my very first order. And you can see that was October 28th, 2015. And ended up doing the faucet extender in November, actually. So I had both going at the time in January. And you can see the cost was very low. We spent about $900 on this order right here. And then I ended up going for another product right after that, because these were all failures, but fail fast if you're gonna fail. So these were really cheap also. You can see $1.64. Started off big, started going a little slower. So the faucet extender did decent once we started. So we did some giveaways. You can see 137 units at 99 cents. This was the giveaway I did. So we ended up losing about $800 first day just to start, get it ranked. You don't have to give away that many. I wanted to because I saw the opportunity. So you can see I kind of did the total. So ignore these two because these are broken down into percentages. I did the total of what everything was. So we started doing that, and then we started getting slow sales. It was very inconsistent, which is normal when you're first starting. It takes a little to get ranked. So we were selling at $14.99. We dropped the price a little. Sales picked up. We got, I think, about $37 worth of PPC. And then we move into December. Sales slowly start to pick up. We're doing a consistent 3 a day. Sold 70 for the month. And we made $300 profit this month, but total, since we were negative 700 after that month, brought us to about 500 negative. Then we move into January. You can see about the same sales, made another 300 profit this month, and it just moves on until 173 units this month, about $1,000 profit. So it's picking up. Let me move into April. You guys probably think I suck at math and just thinking in general. We sold apparently the exact amount of units, more profit, a little bit higher PPC spend. We're ranking on the first page now. And then you can see it starts to pick up. And then right about here, I get contacted by the patent owner. This was a patented product. I did not know. I didn't do the research. I said, okay, let me just sell out. I won't order it again. You can see we did 500, 400. So total profit after everything was 3,700, which I got a portion of. We split it. So 3,700 off that product ended up being patented, so we ended up having to stop that one. Now let's look at the LED bands. These ones weren't very good also. These ones were worse. I did this one by myself right after I got some money from the faucet extender, so I reinvested 100% of my profits. These were all under $1,000 orders. So you can see, gave away 83. I got 18 people to buy. I had friends and stuff willing to buy them. 83 giveaways, so negative 500 right there. And then we started selling slow. So this product just didn't have enough demand. Camping hammock was too competitive. Faucet extender was decent, lower price, lower sales, still making $1,000 a month, which was great at the time. So you can see, spending PPC a little bit. The problem with this, not a lot of demand, no differentiation in the market, selling very slow. We still got about $300 worth of sales this month, so we're negative 200. Moving into February, made 136, so now we're negative 100. And then it was too slow for me. I had one person order 60 in one day, and I was stoked. That was the biggest day I ever did. What was it? $80 profit for me. That was a big day. So you can see the profit margin was tiny. I was just trying to get rid of them because I knew they were selling slow. I removed them and brought them over to eBay, which I was doing at the same time. I was doing retail arbitrage and selling on eBay. You can see these are kind of my monthly totals for eBay. Just trying to make a little bit at the time as I was doing these. I'm not going to talk much about eBay, but $500 this month, $50. I think I ended up making $1,500 for the year off eBay, which isn't bad. It was a lot of work though. And then retail arbitrage at the same time I was doing to make enough to do FBA. So you can see these are kind of my Excel sheets, what I was selling when I started. I started mid just to test it out. Ended up making $4,300 in June just to see what was possible. You can see all the products I sold. And then you can see July I made $1,700 with a total cost of $1,700 I spent. So 100% return on money. It was great for retail arbitrage, and I think I ended up making like $7,000 that year from retail arbitrage alone. But that's not what this video is about. Let's move into July. So the income you can see from all these products. Now I did do Kindle, don't worry about that. Same with eBay, you can kind of ignore that, but this is what the months look like. So January, 500 profit. February, 1,000. March, 1,700. April, 600. May, 1,700. Now why did May jump up a little bit? I just started, I think the 28th of May or something, my new product right here. Did some giveaway, and then you can see, whoa, 12,000, that's a big jump. What happened there? First good product was released at that time. So let me scroll up for you guys and show you what it looks like. And where should I move my head? I'll just keep my head right there. So this is PPC, so total profit then PPC. You can see I did about a 40 unit giveaway right here. Started, and then we got 0 sales for a week because my PPC was not running. I was having an issue there with my account. And then you can see June 8th, we started running PPC at $21.99. And we started getting sales. We got 2, 5, 11, 6, 22 because we ran more PPC that day. And then it just kept growing and growing. Once I got this 46 unit day, I was like, holy crap, this is the real deal. I made $500 that day in profit after PPC. So this is profit after everything right here. And I was raising my price and getting more sales. And that's something I talk about, the perceived value. Now, what did I do with this product different? I started using Jungle Scout for this product. That was the first time I used Jungle Scout. I did with the faucet extender a little bit, but this is when I got product research dialed in and down. 8 months after I started, guys. 8 months. 3 failed products. Didn't lose money, made very little slow back, but 6 months of staying on the grind the whole time, which is when most people would quit. Now, if you're asking how I learned, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and then information was kind of everywhere, and I ended up taking a course on it. Course doesn't exist anymore, but I do have my own. So you can see kind of profits looking great. 6,000 profit in June, which fantastic. I'll take it. And then we slowly move on. You can see sales grow. Now, again, I differentiated this product. I bundled 2 things together, and it did very well. You can see 75 sales, 900 profit day. That was insane for me at the time. 11,000, and then I was dumb and bought a car because I had the car I wanted. After I bought it July 1st right here, so after selling for 2 months, but kept going. Sales were doing well. 20,000 profit month from one product, guys, one product. Now at this time, I'm doing product research, and I end up starting this product right here, and it did not do very well. It was a paint set. I ended up starting it. You can see I did a big giveaway, and I was running hard PPC. Now this was just way too competitive. So negative 800, and then we're negative 300. So we're getting some sales, or no, we're actually positive 300 now. So we got some sales this month, and then sales slowly trickle through. We're making $100, not a lot, and so on. And so we ended up making about 50 a month, and then I ended up stopping selling. Where do I stop selling? They just slowly trickle, because I ordered a lot because I was confident in this one. But again, I started this one before I knew really what I was doing in April. May and June is when I really started knowing. And then I found another good product. This one was killing it. This was right at the end of the year. It was a lockpick set, which don't start. It's a restricted product. You'll see them on Amazon. They'll remove your listing. So you can see, started slow. Products always start slow. This is what you can expect to see on normal products. So it started really slow. I was like, okay, this is weird. Really slow. You can see no PPC at all. And then it really started to pick up. Now, why did it start to pick up? Started ranking using different techniques, and you can see I start getting sales. And I was like, okay, I just made $1,400 this month from it. And then I was making about $100, $200 a day. I'm like, cool, that's what I want, $100 a day. That's the goal, 3,000 profit. And then it turns to zero, and then no more. So what happened? Amazon removed my listing. It was a restricted product. So what did I do? I ended up sending all the units back to myself. I think it was about 111 units. And I sold them on eBay. Now I sold 100 out of the 111, and then eBay removed my listing. I think I made about 2,000 profit on eBay too from it. So overall, it was a good investment. Just be aware of that. And I believe that is kind of how my year ended. So where's this good product? So you can see, got 21,000 this month from one good product, 12,000. And then that's when we really started to research in November, December. I'm like, I'm scaling this up. Let's get 2 or 3 more good ones. And that would take me into next year. You can see December, it's not a seasonal item. It's not really a gift item. So 18,000 normal fluctuations right here. You can see though 50 to 70 units a day, still insane at 26. I think it's what is my profit? So cost per unit after all fees, profit. Let's see what profit was for one. I believe it was 11 something. 1241 profit per unit. That is crazy. So first year selling on Amazon, I did about 274,000 in revenue. Again, this is from that one product with 110. Let's see what the revenue. I don't have revenue. 121,000 profit. 110 of that being from Amazon alone. 273,000 revenue, and the journey just continued on into this next year where we're still doing it. So it's crazy to see. It was an awesome journey. And it definitely changed my life forever because I wouldn't be starting YouTube. I wouldn't do any of this. So just taking action, watching that one YouTube video, spending $300 of my $2,000 bank account on a course, and then spending $1,200 or $1,400 on my first batch of inventory. And then one thing people don't realize, my first good product, it was selling so fast. I only ordered 500, I believe, to start, and it sold so fast. I didn't have enough money to make a big enough order because I ordered 1,500 units right after that, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 1,500 units was my second order. My first one was 500. Now, that's a lot of money. Now, I had some profit. That's a $9,000 order. I had barely enough in my bank account from selling on Amazon previously and eBay and stuff from the year leading up. I ended with $3 in my bank account for about a week after I ordered that. That's how much I believed in this. That's how much I was willing to lose if this didn't work. And I just knew it would work. It started selling well. I was like, all right, I got to spend $9,000. I end up with $3 in my bank account to hopefully profit more. And I did. I ended up profiting $20,000 that month. So I hope that's kind of a little cool journey and kind of throwback for you guys because it's cool to look at. I haven't looked at this Excel sheet in a while. So it's really cool to see. I hope you got some value out of this and you enjoyed it. And hopefully you can look back in a year and do the same thing, see your journey and how far you've come from doing me being stoked. My goal being make 3,000 or 4,000 profit a month by the end of the year to making 120,000 profit that month and making 20,000 a month by the end of the year. So it's crazy to see how far you can come just taking one little course or watching YouTube videos. It's insane. So I do have my own Amazon course if you guys are interested. It will be the first link in the description. And I hope you enjoyed. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video.